Good evening, welcome back. We're gonna see ourselves the second game of this two-game series. Fnatic versus NEXT.kz. Now game one was pretty one-sided. I do believe that was mostly due to the draft. However, of course, there was strong play from Fnatic as well. We're gonna see if NEXT.kz allows themselves for drafting a bit less time-dependent lineup that they can actually fight with early on if their lanes don't go as planned like last time. We're gonna see one game left between these two teams. Fnatic did win game number 1. It is not a best of 3. Let's just get out of the way. It's a 2-game series, so it could end in 1-1. It is a round-robin group stage. Of course, you're watching the joinDota League Europe Division 1. And at the end of the season, the teams with the most points win. And you get points for each win that you get. Obviously, that's how things work. Let's take a look at what these teams have in store for us as we are inside the draft. However, we don't have any picks going on just yet. NEXT.kz is having first pick this game. It is, of course, something that Fnatic had in the previous game. And it seems like either they're thinking really hard about what they're batting out, or we might have an AFK on the side of NEXT.kz, which I hope is not the case. Because that would be sad. Actually. Come on. You can do this. Ban out the Invoker. Ban out Invoker. Last game they ban out Visage first. They ban out the Ember Spirit as well. Well, Fnatic ban out Invoker and Nyx, I believe. Nyx Assassin. And I'm just checking the chat to see if something is going on, but nothing is being said. Wadafaka is the captain in this case. Wadafaka seems to be taking a sweet ass time to think about what he's gonna ban out. Maybe he does not want to ban out anything. I keep checking the chat. But so far we have actually had before that a team did not want to ban anything out. And then went for funky heroes afterwards. Oh, they ban out an IO. Now, this is actually a banned out ban. As in, if you don't ban anything out, there is no random ban. You just don't ban anything out. If you let your time pass by, there's no random ban. There is just normal ban. So Fnatic ban out the Invoker again for the first ban that they have. And it looks like NEXT.kz is again. There we go, Visage banned out. They banned out Visage in previous time as well. Does mean that Ember Spirit is still in the pool, by the way, which is something to watch out for. And Agent Operation is the one that Fnatic bans out. So let's see. We're gonna have an Ember Spirit picked up by NEXT.kz. And with Fnatic not really needing any time to think. Both Doom and Lifestealer very strong against Ember Spirit. Obviously, you've got yourself a Rage. So the burning doesn't really hurt that much. You don't have the Ensnare to worry about. And Doom can Doom up Ember Spirit so that he can't get away. Which is normally something like he has an escape. Of course, with his ult. And you don't want him to use it, so basically you doom him up. So both very strong heroes. Looked like Fnatic were expecting that hero pickup. Ember Spirit, or sorry, Elder Titan will be picked up as well. ES and ET picked up. Okay, cool. So yeah, NEXT.kz also have an Elder Titan, which strong hero as well. Not specifically like amazing against either of the Doom or Lifestealer. It's just a strong hero overall. But nothing specific, I feel. An OD banned out again by NEXT.kz. They did that in the previous game as well, banning it out against Fnatic. And we saw the Nyx Assassin ban previous game as well. It is actually Crystal Maiden that Fnatic end up banning out now, because we still are lacking these supports for NEXT.kz. And now we know that Elder Titan sometimes gets played as support, and you know, that's definitely an option here too. But regardless, if Elder Titan is played as support, he probably needs a secondary support to be with there, because he's not really someone that can save his carry if something goes wrong. He is only, like, he's more a tri-lane. You have to have a tri-lane if you're gonna have an Elder Titan support, I feel. So we have also got a Coddle band out on the side of Fnatic, and they are the ones to pick up first, and they go for a Lich. So if they put that late Ember Spirit, now Ember Spirit overall, I like it, the hero. I mean, he can make a lot happen. He is kind of a playmaker if he gets enough farm, but that is exactly the point. Getting enough farm is something that is not easy against a Lich. If Lich is put up against an Ember Spirit will be getting less farm than any other carry would if not up against a Lich, of course. And that can hurt him. Hurt him quite a lot. Can delay his core item uptime a lot. Well, uptown. Oh my god! I was not expecting that one to happen. Now we saw yesterday that the Meepo of Fnatic did not really go as planned. And I have to say, it's pretty surprising to see them pick up a Meepo as pick number 4 and not as number 5. Now we saw them having a Meepo yesterday. As I said, did not go as intended, at least they lost. But Meepo itself was not specifically the cause for the loss. I believe that most people agreed that it was not specifically the Meepo why they lost. So yes, support Meepo incoming. I do believe the draft is also kind of similar to yesterday's draft that they had with Meepo. Let's take a quick look. I have the draft in front of me. Yeah. Well, almost the same. Era and Trixie did play the Lifestealer and the Doom there as well, so almost the same. Let's see what we're gonna see together with that, and which hero NEXT.kz is gonna be banning out, or banning out and picking up most importantly, because obviously when you're up against the Meepo, you want to have some solo nuke damage, and Shadow Demon kinda can be seen as that, I guess, in a way. Mirana as well, but it's all not very ideal, and I'm thinking Lion Lina, actually. Though at the moment, if they would go for either of those heroes, and actually Lina and Shadow Demon worked very well together, as well as Lina and Ember Spirit actually, so I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that hero picked up. But that would mean that Elder Titan would be on the off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
There is definitely a chance here for NEXT.kz, Meepo or not.
Remaining. Reserve time.
But they have to play this right. They have to play this very right. Hopefully for them, they saw how Na'Vi dealt with it yesterday. Of course, Na'Vi had a very different kind of lineup. I'm very curious to see what they pick up last. I guess we could have expected that from Fnatic. They pick up the sniper, so that will be their mid hero, most likely. Support Meepo just like yesterday. It actually works, it's the stupid part. And Leshrac, the last one. Interesting, because Leshrac, I mean, for example, his edict gets split out over multiple targets. And if there's many Meepos, it will barely scratch him. Lightning is okay-ish in terms of nuke it, but it's not specifically nuke. Now, it is very strong. If Meepo has already initiated on someone and there's multiple Meepos, you can stun them all at once. But it is still interesting to see this picked up. I don't think I've ever casted their Meepo, so that will be interesting. I have never casted an Ember Spirit, that's for sure. We're gonna see what Afraka play that one, so we're gonna see it in mid. Mirana on the core carry. Let's take a look at who's playing what then, as we do have Reeves playing a support Leshrac. Mantis will play the Elder Titan, which is interesting. Mantis is the offlane player, but it looks to be going for the bottom lane for now, so we might have an aggressive tri-lane on our hands. QWE will support on the Shadow Demon, and yeah, 2 supports. We have got Wadafaka, Ember Spirit, as said, as he will be going mid. And that leaves Topor on the Mirana. On the core hero, on an aggressive tri-lane, I like it. I think it's gonna be an okay-ish thing to do, as we do have, of course, for Fnatic on the dire side, Sniper mid, played by Hani. He's got himself the Chinese dragon thunder bust thing. What's it called? Dragon's breath. There we go. But yeah, he will be mid. Already picked up a point and take aim. Extra range is good. We've got Trixie on the Doom once more. He's being supported by Fly, who is mostly here to deny creeps, but I'm thinking he is gonna rotate. And once he realizes, because Doom can do okay against the Elder Titan, so I'm not sure that he's gonna sit around, or perhaps he's gonna deny a creep mid instead, as he gives the ward to Hani that he had, the ward that he had. So On the top lane, we've got Era playing the Lifestealer. He is supported by No Tails Meepo. There we go.
Battle begins.
No Tails Meepo will be a support. There we go. Up against an aggressive trial lane. It is. I think it's a good solution for NEXT.kz. They need to try and slow down the Meepos leveling. They need to try and slow down whatever they can to make sure that Meepo is not going to have a big impact. And once that's done, while Meepo is trying to catch up, they need to try and take down the rest of Fnatic. So that could be their goal here as the Leshrac Shadow Demon combination. Now I mentioned that Lina was a good combination with the Shadow Demon because you can have a disruption setting up for Light Strike Array. The same thing can be said for Split Earth, of course, because the Split Earth is also a delayed stun, and disruption can set up for that quite decently, as we do have the smoked people rotate towards... Oh, they are visible. Yeah. Rotate towards the top lane, so Arrow will be fine. Arrow should be safe. The the Ember Spirit up against the Sniper. This lane should go in favor of the Sniper. Now I do like that he has got his Flame Guard to try and soak up some of the damage to make sure that he can at least deal a bit with the harassment, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Sniper should be doing okay here in this lane. As said, so far though, he's a bit behind the last hit. Sniper does have a bit of a poor starting base damage, but he will get more. Obviously, he will get more, and he has got headshot now as well, so he'll get some extra attack damage from there.
Cold preserves me.
As Lich is actually still bottom, still level 1 only, so still able to harass Elder Titan if he wants to. And Elder Titan trying to get some last hits with his spirits, his Astral Spirit. For now, that's the only thing he can do, because he can't really hope to come close to the lineup of Fnatic. As we see Fly really aggressive. He gets punched though, but he's now level 2, so he can harass right back with his blast. Frost Blast. Yeah, you can't really fight an Elder Titan once he set out his spirits, because when he comes back and the spirit has hit on 2 heroes, then he's gonna hit like a truck. So good point from Fnatic to back off from Fly, as we do have a disruption coming out. This is a Meepo caught out, No Tail in some trouble. There is only level 1 still. It might still be enough though. The damage coming out is just right clicks. Couple more right clicks needed. He eats a tango to get through to the trees. He jukes it, gets a vision up. In comes an ensnare. In comes the Mirana as well though, and the Mirana gets a kill as Keanu Reeves one more hit away from dying, but he won't die. Never mind, he dies because Era came back with an open wounds, gets it down. Hani got himself a haste one, gets arrowed and disrupted, as there is still a leap for Mirana. Will get himself to the low ground. Looks like it's gonna be enough. The Split Earth just in case someone was gonna chase that down, but it's 1 for 1 with a kill going the way of Era and a kill going the way of Topor. But most importantly, Meepo is shut down slightly, at least in terms of level, still level 2. And on top of that, the first blood, of course, going to Mirana. So overall, the exchange in favor of NEXT.kz. As, yeah, disruption into Arrow. I mean, yeah, Arrow can set up, or disruption can set up for arrows, but this was a bit of a interesting disruption time. But it's all about that communication, and it worked. Nobody else died after that disruption / arrow happened. In the meantime, Mantis is having a very tough time here. He can't really do anything against this. And this means that Trixie is free farming. And that is a very scary thing to be having in mind there if you are NEXT.kz. As Hani is also getting more and more attack damage. He actually picked himself up a Blades of Attack. So we'll be starting to hit a bit harder and able to contest Ember Spirit for last hits. Ember Spirit though getting ahead for now. And actually, the big dive happening here on top lane. They go for the Meepo again, as Era still has an open wound. Doesn't want to use it just yet, though. Wants to wait for the perfect opportunity. Is there going to be an arrow? No. Now, maybe. No, they are not going to try to initiate on him. Too many creeps around for arrows, I guess, as well. Era is not really getting that many last hits. He's sitting on 7 for 1. He is getting experience, though, which is, of course, important as well. And as long as his other 2 lanes are doing okay-ish, then it's going to be okay. As the phase boots are ready for Sniper, so his last hitting should commence now, from this point onward. As Fly is actually back in middle lane now, denying some creeps, making sure that Hani is going to have the lane pushing out towards his tower, so that he has a bit of a better time. As he's already getting some headshot up on the Ember Spirit as well. Look at how annoying he can be! Look at how annoying he can be! If Fly got a Nova out on there, perhaps that would have even been a kill. In the meantime, it is No Tail that they want here on the top lane. Leap forward, that's going to be a kill. No poof for you. And Era, He is trying to run from this, and it looks like he's going to be successful at that one, but he did still lose his support. That was a disruption into Split Earth, into Arrow. Basically everything happened what you would expect if there's a disruption happening. And the second death for No Tails Meepo. Surprised that Fly still stuck around for so long, but he's now moving back bottom. I mean, Mantis is still playing very careful, of course, as you can see. But I actually think that maybe they had a chance, maybe killing him off, but no, it looks like he's careful enough. Looks like Mantis is careful enough indeed. He is level 5, so he gets some levels. Oh, those two supports, they want to go for No Tail again, and comes a disruption, followed up by Soulcatcher, Split Earth there as well as Edict, and an arrow from long range No Tail. You're done, you're so done. That's going to be another kill going the way of Leshrac. And another kill on the Meepo as it's 3-2-1 with the Meepo, the only one to die so far on the side of Fnatic. A Sniper is actually going to get picked up here as well, but it looks a bit, what the fuck, does he have another? Yes, he does. He should be able to get this kill. He's fast enough for it. The face boot's not saving Hani whatsoever. That's going to be the first kill that is not on Meepo, and what the fuck, kills off Sniper mid lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Trixie's still highest on last hits. However, Mirana is actually doing a really good job at keeping up. He's actually 36 for 2, so might not have as many denies, but doing very well on last hits. Of course, he started out with the Wraith Band, so he gets some extra attack power, which is normally the problem for Mirana till actually last hit. Her attack damage is really sad. Really meeker, so whatever the word is. Bleak. But with the Wraith Band and now also with Phase Boots, it's pretty doable, as it's a Phase Boots army for everybody, because we also have Ember Spirit just completing up his Phase Boots. Hani already had his Phase Boots, of course, as well as Doom, so we've got 4 Phase Boots. Talking about Doom, he actually used his Doom to try and get away from Motherfucker, who is not gonna try and chase him down, but it is gonna be not enough to get a kill, I believe. So Meepo and Leshrac exchange lives in the meantime, and the mid lane, well, kind of exchange lives, as Leshrac died to Sniper, but Meepo died to Leshrac. So, one-on-one exchange mid lane. Does give a kill to Sniper, of course, which is probably the most important thing to take away from that matchup. Sniper level 7. And it looks like NEXT.kz is sending some people middle to try and get some levels. QWE still level 4. In the meantime, Spirit harassing a bit here, as we actually have got ourselves Meepo now rotating bottom. That means that Mantis might be in some trouble. 3 versus 1, not a more Phase Boots! Everybody goes with the Phase Boots, yay! But yeah. Meepo is actually getting chased back. He's got 2 Meepos now, so we have to keep track of that. Oh my god, I realize I have not casted a Meepo yet, I think, because having to keep track of where he is all the time at all the places, that's interesting, as we do have him going for Hani here, or at least Motherfucker is trying to go for Hani, but Hani is safe. And Motherfucker knows that, so he's backing off by an alternate route. Topor, 1100 gold in his inventory after Phase Boots already done.
Regeneration.
Now, so far, both teams are probably doing okay-ish. Yes, Meepo has died a lot, but he's still got Meepo level 2, as in the Divided We Stand level 2, that is. Which is still quite okay at this point. Still has a disable. And of course, Doom is doing really well on the farm. Perhaps Fnatic would like to see Lifestealer with a bit more farm, but Lifestealer is getting the levels, which is important as well. And he is actually starting to get some farm as well, so he's not doing that bad. And NEXT.kz, I mean, they've killed Meepo up quite a few times, which is what they wanted to do. They've got good farm on Mirana. Maybe Elder Titan not doing as well, but I mean, I think it's going okay for either team, as we do have Meepo coming in from the side with 1 Meepo. Is he actually going to follow through? No, he's not. He's going to back off. He's going to run into Reeves, who just got Moonlight Shadowed. He is going to poof away, though. Just in time. And yes, there was a Moonlight Shadow coming out for NEXT.kz, and they will be able to well, live through whatever they thought was coming, that is. Phase Boots era almost caught up with Mirana. He already used his leap. Has to dive the tower if he wants to get the skill. 1 more hit. Infest will do the job. Era gets it. In the meantime, bottom lane, the Doom is already up, but Reeves is still chasing down Trixie with that Edict on. One right click. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. It is not. Not with that shield up. And Mantis wants to try and follow suit with the Spirit, but he can't. The Earth Splitter is not going to reach it either, and Mantis lives while the while the Mantis dies. Rather, Doom lives while that was a double kill for Fly, who killed off the Leshrac. Trixie lives, there we go. He gets his Hand of Midas ready now as well, as it looks like either Hani wants to go for one of his own, or maybe he wants to finish up a Maelstrom. It really depends on what he wants to do with Mirana. Yeah, he does have a Starstorm, goes for it, gets the kill as well with it.
Another put down.
Nice attempt for Notel to try and stay alive a little bit longer, but couldn't make it happen. There's Reeves, level 5. Same level as his co-support. I know, I mean, it's a decent level to have, but it's for Shadow Demon. I mean, Leshrac is not that level dependent, but for Shadow Demon, it's quite something that they kind of need. The Demonic Purge, of course, works on the Lifestealer if he is raging, so that's quite a nice thing to have. But so far, I mean, all these skirmishes are you know, they're fine. Both teams are getting something out of it. It's fine. The main thing, though, is that main thing right now is that Mantis is dead. There's really no hope for him to get away. And the second main thing is that neither of these teams. Oh, I did cast another Meepo game, actually. Yes, I see the chat. I casted Dendy Meepo Rampages. Well, that was easy because he was just all over the place. I only had to follow the Meepo squad to get the all the kills in the game, basically. As Shadow Demon just went down to fly on the killing spree, and it looks like Mirana, who already used her lead, might be in some trouble. Moonlight Shadow is up again in a second. She will have to use it if she wants to stay alive. Looks like she's not going to make it out, though. Starstorm will still come out, and actually Era has to infest into Creep. The Earth Splitter coming out. It's still going to take care of the Meepo, and Era running away now with Hani backing him up. Giving him cover, providing him cover. Oh, that actually was the case. Like in the movies, people shooting to give cover. Yep, awesome. But I mean, skirmishes, but no towers. It's something you have to keep in mind. No towers are down this game. Never mind. Thank you, Hani, for making my point moot. He just denied a tower on the top lane. As we also had just the middle tower down. Stop doing that when I was making a point. Well, before I wanted to, before I said it, I actually already thought it, and then flip towers. But that means that this is actually the first real advantage we have. It is for NEXT.kz, and it is 2 towers going their way. Fair enough, one is denied, but it doesn't matter. The gold, and most importantly, the map control is going their way. And we therefore have the gold graph also going back up a bit, but the difference is minimal. Fnatic, though, highest on experience. I'm not sure if we can actually look at that, though, because obviously Meepo, like, graphs suck if you have a Meepo, because Meepo counts double for experience, I believe. So the experience graph is not really ideal, and Meepo's net worth sucks as well because you only see his current gold because, you know, it's Meepo. And it's yeah, it's kind of sad. So I'm not sure. We're gonna just go for gold for a minute. I think this one is legit. So as we do have 4 people here top now. For NEXT.kz. They want to try and find a kill on Era, but the arrow is already not scouting him out. Era finds himself now stuck between 4. Does rage, but the Demonic Purge came out. In comes Meepo with multi and snare. Literally bouncing around. It's actually going to take Mirana down first. Mantis and Reeves, the Moonlight Shadow is trying to provide cover for them. Is it enough? No tail still will go down, as it is a 2-for-1 exchange so for Elder Titan and Mirana for a Meepo, which is not a worthy trade for NEXT.kz, and perhaps they're gonna lose more. They did just lose their courier. Trixie, though, sticking around for a little bit too long, will get picked up with the Ember Spirit getting the kill. Still, Shadow Demon dies, and it looks like overall, I guess it was NEXT.kz that stuck around for too long. The Ember Spirit able to get himself away, of course, with this Fire Remnant, but overall, it is a 2-for-4 exchange with a Doom and a Meepo for basically all cores and supports apart from the Ember Spirit. It's not good for NEXT.kz, and they were the ones to initiate that fight. That's of course one of the main things to take away from that one. They were the ones trying to fight, they lost it. That means that we're gonna see them potentially be a lot more passive than what they were before, as yeah, I was gonna say, you're not gonna win that fight. So he teleports out. As he now has drums ready as well. Ember Spirit. I don't know why I keep saying Elder Spirit, but it's, you know, it sticks. But he's now got face and drums. Kind of the typical build. I think we're going to see a lot of face and drums this game. We do have a sniper, so rather than going for a a Maelstrom, which I mentioned earlier. He's going for Hand of Midas. So we've got our second phase and drums up for the Doom. Phase and drums already up for Lifestealer. Mirana not going for drums, surprisingly, which is something that is surprising because Mirana overall considered a glass cannon. Without treads, she normally goes for drums. But she doesn't have that, as you can see. She actually went for the Diffusal Blade first, which is not really offering her any extra survivability, which is something that you do really need against the damage coming out from Fnatic, especially the nuke damage that Lich has, headshots that might come out from the sniper. As Fly as well as Trixie are rotating middle, they want to try and take down Mantis, as Mantis is going to help Wadafaka to take down the sniper. They still get that one, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to actually make up for them both dying. If Wadafaka dies here, that exchange was not worth it, and he gets doomed up and snared and killed. No hope for him. Nicely done, and Fnatic win that exchange for sure. Especially since Sniper just bought his items before he died. We do have Reeves and QWE sitting around, but they can't really do anything at this point. Still though, the towers are in NEXT.kz's favor. For now. And therefore, they can actually be said to have a slight advantage in this game. And they also, of course, have got Leshrac, so the level 3 Edict is helping them a lot with taking down these towers very fast. If they can defend their own towers and pressure the towers of Fnatic, or continue to pressure towers of Fnatic, then I think they still have a good shot in this game. They are getting behind though, as you can see, they're behind now on gold and on experience. And yeah, as I said though, experience, I'm not sure how that works with the Meepo in the game, but taking a look at the levels, that says a lot more. We still have level 6 on the side of NEXT.kz. Well, the lowest level on Fnatic is level 9 on the Meepo. How many phase drums do we have this game? 1. Oh, we only have 3. That's not that bad. We have 2 Hand of Midases though, both Trixie and Hani have one. Is the armlet almost ready on the Lifestealer? Lifestealer, who is probably setting up a kill on Wadafaka together with his teammates. No Tail is around, as well as the Doom coming in to try and help out. Is there a Remnant top? Faka jumps to his Remnant. Where was it? Oh, it was in the far jungle. Like, that's annoying to keep track of as well. Do I see a button on the minimap for that? I don't think so. The Fusel Blade now ready on the Mirana.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As all the tier 1 towers, of course, have dropped on the side of NEXT.kz, and the pressure continues. Especially with an illusion rune coming out from Mirana, but Mirana getting ensnared will still be able to leap away. And with Reeves there, I think they were hoping on no-tail diving a bit, but he's not going to do that. Looks like he's saving up for Blink Dagger. I like that he keeps up remnants in safe parts of the world. He kinda has to, of course. Has to farm fast as well. Both teams have, actually. Although NEXT.kz, none of them have a Hand of Midas, so you would expect them to be trying to fight earlier rather than later. And of course, if you take this game to 1 hour, basically 15 minutes, 1 hour, then Fnatic does have a very, very strong late game. I'm not going to say that they by default will win it, because that's just not the case, because Ember Spirit is a very strong hero as well. It's just not going to be easy. The pressure does continue, and actually Fly might be in some trouble, but No Tail was around. In comes some poofs. Not gonna get anything done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ember was already gone. More push coming out though. I love this strategy from NEXT.kz. They just keep trying to apply pressure, forcing Fnatic back to their towers. I mean, regardless on if they get the towers or not, they're getting closer and closer, even if it's just a couple of hits. But they are forcing out the rotation, meaning that there's not that much farm time for Fnatic. At least not for every hero. Of course, Era is still farming very decently. He's 4-0-3, by the way. He's been involved in 7 out of the 14 kills and has not died yet a single time. As actually, I'm not sure if that, like, what if I can't really mind fight Era, not with an armlet there, I think. And there's your Meepo Blink Dagger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mechanism almost done for Fly. Which is something that is yeah, not really easy to build for NEXT.kz. They do try it apparently. I just saw someone with it. Yeah, Elder Titan is gonna be the mechanism builder for his team. Because he's kind of the only one that can actually build it for his team, and they do really need it. Especially, like I said, with that burst damage coming out from Fnatic. They need to be able to survive it. As the Moonlight Shadow comes out, it looks like they wanted to try and see if someone came defending the tier 2 on the bottom lane. Nobody came though, and now they're kind of not getting anything out of that Moonlight Shadow. It's kind of unorthodox, or not unorthodox, it's just kind of wasted. As a Mantis. Whoo! Wow. I mean, I was never worried, but it was very close. Tower goes down. The fortification, of course, we already saw that used earlier. More Blink Daggers getting picked up by Fnatic, so now they can blink in quite a few heroes at the same time. Meaning Lifestealer if he's invested in Doom or Meepo, and then all the Meepos, and then Doom, of course, himself. And I mean, the rest doesn't really need to blink in, because Sniper is gonna stand from miles away and hit you. And of course, the Lich is gonna stand back as well. Presses R button in a fight, gives some armors away, nukes Q a couple of times, and then that's it. As we are gonna see Reeves probably getting picked up. Look at that range! Didn't even use his ulti for that. Of course, the Desolator that he just got picked up does help out quite a bit there. In the meantime, Doom coming out, and Ember Spirit will be the one to go down there. And these are the first towers that Fnatic has taken down, by the way. The tier 1 just now, and now the tier 2 as well. And that means that the gold that was actually still in favor of Fnatic, but it was actually being kept even-ish by NEXT.kz, is gonna soon be back fully in favor of Fnatic, and it's gonna continue dropping south. And with south, I mean towards Fnatic. I kind of feel like NEXT.kz is having a bit of a passive game plan. Well, I don't think they should have one. It's a passive game plan, of course. Obviously, they should have a game plan, but the one that they have seems so passive. They're just letting it happen. I like that they're pushing down lanes, and they did try to be aggressive. We saw that earlier when the Moonlight Shadow went off, but it's also probably Fnatic's positioning that's just really good. Oh. Blinking, and yeah, you're dead. Lifestealer is there as well. The disruption comes out still, but this is delay of execution. Or is it? The mechanism might keep him up for a little while longer. Aver does get the kill though, and Mantis looking for a stomp, finds it. Won't be able to get away from this though, not with no tail on his tail. Pun, and that was not intended, but that's a 2 for 1. I say 1 because everybody left middle lane all of a sudden. And that meant that it was Mirana that was able to snipe up the sniper. Oh my god, I didn't even mean that one either. But yeah, Mirana got the kill on the sniper there. Very nice for her. Does mean, I mean, she did lose the top tier 2 tower and 2 heroes on top of that. But it's the best that you can do. Especially now that they are trying to also push a bit on the mid tower in return. But still overall, at least NEXT.kz gets something in return for that. But that's what you get. Everybody leaves Sniper alone. Then they know that Sniper is an easy target. Manta style for Toper. I'm still thinking she's a bit too squishy. But if she doesn't want to go for a drum, then I'm not really too fond of a BKB this game either, because Sniper is going to hurt you no matter if you have a BKB on or not. And the Doom, of course, goes through the BKB as well, or will prevent you from putting on your BKB. And if it is going to help you up against the Lich and the Meepo, of course, but I'm not sure if it's going to mean enough. So we do have, that looks a bit, Sonj being built there. Oh, Meepo, they jump in together with the Lifestealer. Want to go for Toper? Can he TP out in time? Nope, he cannot. Sorry for switching my camera. Always be ready for blinking in Meepos. Meepo also the one with the Gem of True Sight. Looks like they've had enough with having no towers up on the map, or no towers down on the map on this side of the map. They've already taken out the tier 1 and tier 2 on top lane. We'll now look towards the same result in the bottom lane. Does leave NEXT.kz with the free middle lane though. And of course they still have 2 towers to take down here as well. As all Meepos have actually lost bottom lane. Reeves, Edict. Edict is level 4 by now. In comes Meepo. Wanna try and take down the Shadow Demon. He disrupts himself still, but it's not gonna be enough. Even Sniper came out to help. Sanjin Yasha's being purchased all around. Lifestealer has his one ready, as well as Mirana having hers. I was quite surprised to see that one as... Yeah, the Shrek is gonna get picked up. I was really expecting a Manta style for Mirana, but I did say that she would still be very squishy with it. And I actually maybe... Nah. In terms of sustainability, that Sanjin Yasha does offer a bit more health, that is, compared to the Manta style. As the tier 1 tower will be picked up. But open wounds, Mirana leaps away for the moment, might be enough. And actually Shadow Demon might be in some trouble. He gets so doomed up. He is the one to get doomed up. And Snare's coming out for Trixie and Air, and Earthsplitter coming out. Looks like Trixie is the only one to get hit by that one, as Lifestealer is not raging just yet, but he doesn't need to. No-Till coming in, and he is saving the day. The Ensnare up on 2 as well. The leap is not going to save Mirana. That's going to be another 2 kills going the way of Fnatic. And right now, their lineup is really paying off. The Meepo is doing what he should be doing, jumping in with or without the Lifestealer. Mostly with. And ensnaring everybody in sight, and then just getting the kills for his team. A Sniper standing back, putting shrapnel up, just hitting everything in sight. Successfully so. As Reeves cannot run, will go down as well. Hani is with the Mask of Madness. Like, this is very... Not very over, but it is starting to look like NEXT.kz is having a lot of trouble in getting back into this game. They don't seem to be aware how to deal with that, and as said, that Ember Spirit needs quite a bit before he can actually start contributing as much as, for example, the Lifestealer does. And the Lifestealer did not get shut down hard enough on top lane. Meepo got shut down a bit, but he still, of course, has got his Ensnare, which right now seems to be his most important feature, apart from having a Blink Dagger, and therefore teleporting Air in. Oh, the Fusel Blade comes out in Air, perhaps they can take him down. And it looks like it's enough to take him down indeed. And that's 1k gold going the way of Topar. Looking for more. Still, they only lost melee, they only lost melee racks, I believe. So that is going to be NEXT.kz not yet out of this. And we saw this in the previous game, that they are never, ever giving up until it's really over. Well, Topar is first going to die again. As the dive was a bit too over-enthusiastic, he still has people backing him up there. An Earth Splitter coming out as well. Meepo split Earth up on all ones. The Earth Splitter is not enough though, and it is gonna be NEXT.kz that is dying all over the place. Ember was still able to jump to his Remnant, but the rest died. And they didn't get anything out of that chase. I mean, yeah, they got the Lifestealer early on, but then they continued their chase. Did not work out. And now it is Fnatic once again without a Lifestealer, but they're still gonna come into the base. They're still looking pretty damn scary. They're still 20k gold ahead, 25k experience ahead. And I think they're still gonna take this game home if NEXT.kz is not stepping up to the plate, because that's all you can hope for right now. Again though, don't be fooled by the net worth charts, because Meepo, this is just his current gold. His net worth thing is bugged. That's Meepo thing's bugged. Does NEXT.kz have enough carry potential? I earlier said if you're gonna drag this game out long, there's no definite answer on who is gonna be the one to win this game. It will make sure that Ember Spirit is gonna have a bigger impact, because his jumping around thing is gonna be hurting. Yes, I've not casted or played Ember Spirit before, but yeah, the Slay of Fist. I don't want to say that. The Slay. Slight. Slight. Don't know how to pronounce that. Fist! The Fist. There we go. But yeah, that's I mean, it's gonna be strong, but it needs more items for that to be strong. I'm not sure if Fnatic is gonna give them enough time to get that, as actually that was Meepo again with an Investor Lifestealer again. They jump on Mr. Ember Spirit, who is by himself, and I mean, he is the one to carry this game, right? Yeah, Mirana is gonna try to do her best as well, but she's not really gonna be that big of a power as Ember can be. And she actually picked up a very defensive item in with a blade mail.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Yes, more Sanjin Yasha is on the Doom. Side the Vice now up on No Tails Meepo. Jump in, hexing, netting. I mean, it's quite a legit hero for a support, to be honest. Once he gets that blink dagger. They're gonna try to initiate here. Lifestealer is not infested into Meepo though. He's got only 20 seconds left on the cooldown, but I don't think they're gonna wait for that. The Moonlight Shadow is trying to keep the Shadow Demon alive. Shadow Demon's walking back to base. Earth Splitter coming out. Mantis! He's still gonna die. 3 dead already. Then the Shadow Demon still got denied, but dead nonetheless. Mirana puts up her Blade Mail and almost kills off Annie with that, because he has his Mask of Madness pot, but it doesn't matter. It's another team wipe. Meepo still died, but he died in a fountain, so, you know, that's a legit place to die. We already have a disconnect coming out for Topor, who apparently has had enough, but we also had 2 buybacks coming out, with the Leshrac being one of them, getting bashed. No teleport for you. Bracer build not working out. Mantis is also getting picked off again. Now the GG comes out. That means that Fnatic gets a series 2-0 in their favor. 2-0 victory for Fnatic. As, of course, you were watching the joinDota League. It's a round-robin group stage. And every series has 2 games between each team. Once from each side. So Fnatic won one game from the Dire side and once from the Radiant side. Strong performance, though, from Fnatic for both games. NEXT.kz definitely had a better draft the second game compared to the first game. I believe first game was really coming down to mostly outpicked. But this game, I think they got caught off guard by the Meepo. They just didn't seem to be able to find an answer for that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Again, it was a solo cast. Normally I don't have solo cast, but figured. First of all, there was no available co-caster. That's of course one. And then I figured, you know, might as well try to practice my solo casting a bit more, which turned out to be very destructive for my voice, because I feel it right now, but that's okay. But anyways, I hope you're gonna watch some Dota elsewhere right now. You can still stick around to watch some commercials if you want to. That would be, of course, very helpful for myself. But there's 3 different places where you can watch awesome Dota. So, first of all, right now, there is a game going on for the D2CL. And the D2CL is going to have Empire taking on Alliance, so you can watch that already. That's on Daily Motion. Then you're also going to be able to watch the XMD Captain's Draft, but that's not going to happen until 15 minutes from now. And that's going to be a game between Fnatic and Na'Vi, so the same team that you just saw, against Na'Vi this time. And then, which would start in a couple of minutes' time, okay, right now, by the time that you hear this, is the Dream League. And you're starting off with Virtus Pro versus Rockskis. There's 3 best out of 1s tonight as well. So there's a lot of Dota to watch, so go watch something, and stick around for watching commercials as well if you want to, but otherwise, just have a great night. Thank you for watching, and tune in again later. Or, well, not later, probably tomorrow is when I'm streaming again. Not sure if I'm casting, though, but streaming for sure. Anyways, thank you, and bye-bye.